I thought I would change things up a little by reviewing a Japan-only import of a Virtual Console game. And I saw that it just came out, so I thought, hey, this looks like fun, so let's just review it. The last time I did a Japan-only Virtual Console game to review, it was Do-Re-Mi Fantasy. It was the sequel to that famous game Milon's Secret Castle for the NES. If you want to see that review, I'll leave a link for it at the end of this video. And it was a bit of a challenge just to understand what I needed to do. Thank goodness for GameFAQs, or I couldn't even progress in that game. Now, even though the title disclaims that we might have some cultural references in it that we might not understand, I never ran into any problems following the plot. Now, obviously, this means that I've never played this game before, let alone the previous games. Or so I thought. It turns out that this game's full title is Wonder Boy in Monster World 4. Now, I'm sure there's quite a few of you out there saying, yeah, I haven't heard of that one either. You could call it Super Flower Magic Adventures, and it wouldn't make this game any more known to me. Alright, then let me tell you a little story. You see, back in the day, there was this little known company named Sega, who created a system called the Master System. They were competing with the Nintendo Entertainment System. However, to be fair, it was like David and Goliath. The NES was just a powerhouse, but one of the more popular titles for the Master System was Wonder Boy. Well, this is the 4th in the series, but this is the 6th in the series to be released. I don't know why it wasn't ported over. Maybe it's because Wonder Boy this time around is a girl and they didn't want to have like Wonder Girl. I mean, I guess they could say he's growing his hair out long, but then they'd have to like call him Wonder Hippie. But gender problems aside, it's not that bad of a game. Sure, it can get frustratingly hard, but being difficult doesn't make it a bad thing. Monster World 4 tells the story of Asha, who wants to become a warrior who braves her way through a temple to find a magic lamp with a genie inside. With the lamp in hand, she goes to the queen, and she sends Asha on a quest to find the missing element spirits and return them back to their proper place. Now, this game is an action RPG. It has everything you would expect in an action game, but it's not just all mindless action, as there's quite a few characters to interact with and learn what's going on. Now, when you're fighting the enemies, you're going to have to study their weaknesses and see how best to attack them, because they each have their own different way of needing to attack them. Although I found that doing a jumping down thrust seemed to work most of the time against the enemies. You can level up your character by collecting the blue tears throughout the worlds. If you collect 10 of them, you'll get a permanent heart. Or you can get better equipment, which will give you more hearts in itself. While you're on this journey, you will grow a blue monster. And it was actually very helpful. It would push buttons for you, protect you from the heat, and most importantly, if you die and have a healing potion, it will save you. And trust me, you will die. Now, this game did seem to have a sense of humor about it. Intentional or not. You know, I had to laugh when the lady I just sold my gold brick to, I went upstairs to her house and I robbed her of a gold brick, and then I exited the house and sold her her own stolen gold bar back to her. And then there was Asha's, how should I put this, strange way of opening treasure chests. Before opening any chest, she feels the need to waggle her butt at us. And I don't just mean once, I mean every single time. Now, don't get me wrong, it is funny to see her shaking her cans at the screen when she goes to open a treasure chest. But after like the 4th time, it'll get a bit frustrating. Especially when there's like 6 or 7 chests in a row you need to open. Like I mentioned earlier, the game can be hard. Not just because the level designs or the enemies in the game, but for the fact they keep the healing areas and the save spots at a minimum. It can be really frustrating to go 10 minutes into a level and die just to have to do the whole thing over again. Oh, and if you only have 1 heart when you're saving, you're only going to have 1 heart when you come back. This game rarely gives you any leniency when it comes to those issues. However, it was fun. Even though I died countless times, I kept making progress, not making the same mistakes, and eventually beating levels. Monster World 4 was fun. Frustrating, but fun. There was never a point in the game where I thought there was no way I couldn't get past it. It was all a matter of time and luck. I do think this game was pretty good, and it is worth the 900 Wii points that they're asking, so you should download it now.